the old stock exchange. And it is very reassuring to know our bankers work underground. Now, the thing about the Bank of England is that it's really quite efficient. It's cited as one of the really large something large modern foreign exchange. What I want to do is basically and he apparently started crying as you do.
I found it very enjoyable, learned quite a lot about the city that I didn't already know. So yeah, we'll definitely go back again.
I work for Legal & General, so we just thought it would be something that we could link into work and have fun as well. It was just good fun going around, and it was nice to find out things about London that we didn't know about. I liked the bit about the river that goes underground, which I can't remember the name of, but I liked the bit about all the guilds and the liveries. It's nice to meet people from other companies that we wouldn't normally meet, and nice to network with them.
Fantastic trip around London, and to be honest, only coming up from Brighton, very rarely get to see bits of London that you don't normally see. Networking with other people is a really nice idea. There's a lot of other institutes around in London that do a very similar kind of thing. This one was very different to those. A really interesting way to start it. Those are a lot of very industry-based talking going on and things like that, whereas this has obviously started on a lighter element.
Will you be interested in coming on to the next one?
Most definitely, yes, definitely.
I've been a CIM member for a very long time, perhaps 20 years. I'm a regular attender at the CIM Finance Group events. I think Kathy does a brilliant job arranging them, and I always make sure I support her both in setting an agenda which is focused on really key topics. It also has excellent speakers, and this particular event is slightly different in that it just reintroduces you to the reason that London is the centre of trade, and it's got so much history behind it. And I think for the CIM, this is really important to understand that. I think it gives you a lot of confidence that you're working in the right place, in the right area, with the right issues. And when you're dealing with other people, that's a great feeling to have, so that you know that you're confident in dealing with business, and you're dealing with the right topics and the right companies. There's a good network of people here tonight. London's always been the centre of trade, right from the time the Romans were here, right through all its generations. And although it keeps changing, and some people don't like change, it continues to change and retain its position as the centre of trade, not only in the UK, but also globally. And that's a great thing that we can leverage for the growth of the economy and for all our personal and family developments as well. I certainly like the Gherkin, which is a great building, and when you stand on the top of it, you can see the whole of London. But at the same time, around its base are some really old buildings, and I particularly like the Tallow Chandlers livery company, which we're taken to tonight. And when you peer through the door, you can see there's a beautiful courtyard inside, and behind that a lovely oak hall. And I think it's really nice to see some of the hidden places in London, not just the most obvious.
I've been a member just over a year. I was interested in just exploring best practice in other organisations and seeing if there are things we could learn. And I think it's always very useful to network with other marketing people in other areas of the country as well. And this is only the second event I've been to. I went to the annual conference and I found that extremely useful. There was lots of very helpful topics in it, and I'm definitely going to go back again next year. I think tonight was a really different opportunity to meet people in a different way, so it makes a nice change from the usual kind of get-together. You can meet people and talk to them, but you're also learning things and finding out about things at the same time. So I certainly enjoyed getting a different perspective on the city that I work in. I really enjoy history, and I'm often reading and watching TV and so on about sort of these London streets, so it's just right up my street to be doing something like this. It's fascinating to see Lombard Street with the old bank signs outside, and to see where all the origins, the coffee shops, where all of this kind of trading started in the first place. When I mentioned I was coming tonight, a few people said, "Oh, well, that sounds good." Yeah, so I think there'll be a few more takers for another occasion.